featured video component of this is that there might be
for heart attack that can happen within a few minutes, and if that is not captured, you are in life-threatening events. So for this one, when we have this 24/7 device on the body, you can capture all of the subtle information and also be able to get the critical information before it's too late. My name is Larry Cheng, Professor of Engineering Science and Mechanics at Penn State. This is a research we recently get into where we would like to have not only the sensor deployed directly on the skin surface to capture all the relevant information from the human body directly, but also to provide a stable, robust interconnection to the data acquisition system, because typically the sensors are very soft, data acquisition systems are rigid, so the interface between them is a huge mechanical mismatch, and that can typically fail due to motion or different challenging conditions. So with this type of ink, we paint over the surface of the skin and also through the silver textile that can form a really robust contact that can be stretched over 150% without breaking. So this can allow the individual to get engaged in different exercise and very challenging conditions without disturbing their daily life, especially in summer and some of the hot conditions, and the sweat accumulating on the interface cannot really maintain the high quality sensor on the surface, but rather they can delamp the surface because the poor adhesion afterwards, and also the sweat accumulation will change the skin comfort, resulting in like whitish color like what we have from the bandage applied on the skin surface over a couple of days. So here in the initial demonstration, we try to make it a bit more relevant to some of the common conditions like the ECG for the heart, EMG for the muscle, and EEG for the brain. So heart attack is something we can capture from the ECG, and for muscle it's directly related to tremor, Parkinson's disease, and that's not only related to initial onset but also progression of the disease. You can get a hold of disease progression to know how the disease will be after a certain period of time. And also for the brain condition, is not only about the particular mental disease, but also something a bit more related to the thoughts where people can get to understand about the brain activity, about learning, mentoring. It's pretty much like the face paint we get to in the art festival, and that's why we get to the different pigment into the ink so as to prepare different colors. So as you have anything in mind, you can paint whatever you have in terms of cartoons or the animals, fruits, and so that's a particular design for individual application and particular maybe useful for the case, and the individual have certain medical or mental condition where they have some preference so as to be attractive. So I think that can be a bit more tailored to individual needs and to be attractive, and also be able to get individual to talk with each other through this social communication and all the things like that. They just remind me maybe a story I got to the field a couple of years ago where I know kids have a really big problem getting into MRI scan, and so in one of the hospitals they design everything to be case friendly with jungles and all the things to get kids a bit more interested and less intimidating in walking into that scenario. So something a bit similar can happen here. In contrast to the traditional hard or rigid electrode, and also some of the things that are same across the board. So here we can have everything to be tailored for each case, and they may have a big piece for superhero, nice cartoon, something cute, and they can get to pin on the surface of the skin, and they will just walk into this scenario like play a game or something like that. So that can ease the anxiety in those type of populations. Proof concept demonstration include a few representative cartoons like Superman, Fox, watermelon. So as example in terms of cartoon, people, fruit, and vegetable. But as we are tailoring into a car wheel of different colors, so it can be literally anything that you have in mind. You imagine you something get into the field where you get inspiration from different places. So with all kinds of color, we actually provide the color map where you can pick, provide these different colors and to custom design whatever you have in mind. So in general, it can be anything you have in your mind from any other places you have to get into this tattoo or painting.
Increase potential customer, okay, or sometimes through the phone or Zoom. Yeah.
And so last time we did, and then to learn about what you discover from
Okay.
this process,
Cool.
and to that's what they expect to have. Otherwise, if you discuss that with the team, you also have the gap program
Yes.
and to bridge the people from the initial idea to the commercialization. Before you get into actual program, this is the purpose of the original program to give you a flavor of
Yeah.
how what the next things that you can commercialize. For that, and also at the same time, maybe get to interact with some other people that they may get to provide different colors. Of course, that will give the flexibility to different individuals.
Neat.
If we go after commercialization, maybe
So we'll put this whole stuff like on our chest and
textile is soldered, pre-soldered onto the circuits, or in the future version, we're actually thinking to